What's up, everyone? It's Gregtastic, and I am here with you today for one simple reason, and that is to review some chicken nuggets. So, recently I've been trying to eat gluten free, and basically, what that means is every time I see a new gluten free chicken nugget, I feel compelled to spend my money on it. Now, before I started eating gluten free, I never met a chicken nugget that I did not like. But since eating gluten free, I would say the results have been mixed. There are a couple that are kind of good, and then there are a couple that, I ate them, but uh, I wish I could have had a taste test before I bought them because they were not that good, and I wish that I didn't have to eat more than one serving of them. But anyway, I was walking through Walmart the other day and I saw a new bag and I was not sure. I've blind bought a lot of these bags and have been beat quite a couple of times or quite a few times. So I wasn't sure what this brand was, but it was $6.97 and I just bought it because, I'm not learning my lesson with the blind buys on the chicken nuggets. So I haven't tried them yet, and before I tried them, I decided to do like a little research to see. I should have done the research before I bought it, but anyway, I probably would have bought them anyway. So, Better Goods is apparently Walmart's first food, what do they call that crap? You know how Walmart has great value and all these different things? It's like their first food brand name that they've invented in the last 20 years or something. I read this article that said that last month they came out with some like gluten-free stuff. It's supposed to be like a healthy brand, I guess, quote unquote. So, what does that mean? Where does that leave us? So, before we taste these and test them out, I just want to talk about how much they cost and how that compares to other gluten-free nuggets and how it compares to regular nuggets, because if there's anything I've learned about eating gluten-free is that the food costs at least 1.5 to 2 times as much as the non-gluten-free version, but doesn't taste as good. So we'll give this a shot, but just to get an idea of where it fills in, like I said, 16 ounces was $6.97. Applegate, I swear, if their name is not Applegate, because I didn't look it up, I just looked up the price and the weight. But that company makes some good nuggets that are gluten free. They're on the smaller side, but for 16 ounces, it's $11.72. So Walmart's almost not quite having their price for the same amount, but almost having it. Maybe like 2/3 of the price. I'm not going to do the math, you do it. Purdue has like, next to Applegate, I would say Purdue makes like the next best gluten-free nugget I've tried, and they're $9.98 for 22 ounces. So compared to Applegate, they give you a little more and charge you a little less, but as far as I know, according to all the stuff that I don't actually have researched, but I understand Applegate is a good brand as far as quality and stuff like that. I could be wrong. I haven't researched it. I just want a good nugget. Now, just to illustrate how hard it is to live this lifestyle, or whatever you want to call it, Great Value sells 32 ounces of nuggets for $5.97. So basically the same Walmart nuggets, kind of. You get twice the nuggets for $1 less if you go the gluten option. Purdue is 29 ounces for $7.24, and Tyson is 32 ounces for $6.46. So basically, by choosing to continue to indulge in your chicken nugget fix in a gluten-free manner, you're paying double the price almost for half the nuggets, and they're not as good. But we are about to find out if Better Goods will break that trend and make a good chicken nugget. I didn't look at the ingredients. Breaded with yellow corn flour, rice flour, yellow cornmeal, corn flour. All right. So let's go heat these up and then we'll try them. All right, first things first, we're gonna air fry these. Why? I'm sure they would taste better if they were just deep fried, but air frying gets you 2/3 of the way for better. I don't know if it's healthier, but whatever. It's good enough. It's cleaner, and I think it's technically a little less bad for you. And you know, the nuggets are already not going to be as good as gluten-free nuggets, so why do we need them deep fried? We could just air fry them. It says preheat air fryer to 370. Place frozen nuggets. 8 to 10 minutes. Flip the nuggets halfway through. Oh, we also have some tots here, because what are nuggets without some tots? But anyway, these guys are kind of small. I don't know if you. I'm trying to tap the camera. You can see that they're on the small side. I think between their branding and, you know, like they're saying made without preservatives, added hormones or steroids, blah blah blah. I would hope that they did their best to try and copycat the Applegate ones, but I don't think Applegate uses yellow corn flour. I'm not sure though. I would have to check and do a side by side. So they're a little small. They're kind of like the size of the Applegate ones. They don't look that bad. So we're gonna throw them in the air fryer. They said 8 to 10 minutes. When I air fry things, I just do it by feel. I don't trust the directions. So let's go put them in. All right, so we already have our tots on the top rack because they get crispier up there, so they're better up there. All right, everyone, the nuggets are done, and there's just something about them is giving me like those Applegate chicken nugget vibes. Maybe Walmart is a pretty smart company, so maybe they knew that and made them the same size and shape and kind of look. The ingredients are different enough that it can't be, you know, obviously it's not them selling those nuggets under their brand because they're half the price. I don't think they would do that. They're almost half the price. The ingredients look similar, but there's slight differences. So like, I think the Applegate uses tapioca starch, where Walmart uses corn starch. There's slight little differences, but you know, it's pretty obvious that's the vibe that they're going for. And without trying it, they kind of succeeded so far. So I'm gonna turn you guys around and then we'll try these. Yeah, so I haven't tried them yet. I'm obviously waiting. I'm gonna put a little ketchup on my plate. Oop, it's a little watery. You ever put the ketchup and it's more water than tomato? And we got some barbecue sauce, so I'll put that on the plate too. But we're gonna try it without any of that stuff first, obviously. I basically cooked it for the 8 to 10 minutes they said. I didn't preheat the air fryer. I don't believe in preheating air fryers. Why don't I believe in preheating air fryers? That's a very good question. The reason is when you turn the air fryer on, the time starts counting down. So if you're gonna cook 15 minutes, you turn the air fryer on, it just starts at 15. Ovens, they have a preheat. So if the air fryer needed to be preheated, why would the time start counting down the second you press start? Or maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm using the air fryer wrong, because now that I'm thinking about it, maybe you press start after it's preheated. I don't really care, to tell you the truth. So we got our little nugget here. My expectations are high in that it reminds me of Applegate gluten-free nuggets. If I'm saying that brand wrong, I still didn't look up what the actual name is. I think that's the name though. But it'll be funny if it's not, because obviously I'm not going to go back and change the video. So it's giving me those vibes. So that has me hopeful. What doesn't have me hopeful is there's no 5 out of 5 or 10 out of 10 gluten-free chicken nugget. So we're basically looking at best case scenario is going to be a 3.5 or a 4, because I'm sorry, you know, it's like once you pop it's like open up a wormhole. I already ate gluten, so I'm comparing everything to gluten, and I will for the rest of my life. I don't think I'll ever forget what it actually tastes like to have the real deal. But like, I was gonna say like always, but the plan is if I do reviews like this, I'm gonna give you a rating within the fact that we know this is gluten free, and a rating within the real world where there are alternatives that we're choosing not to have. So part of me just wants, I'm just gonna eat this whole nugget because look at it, it's tiny. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I need some liquid. Walmart, you had me going because I was expecting Applegate, and that's not what I got. So the look and feel was there, but there was just like, I don't know how to explain it. One, it was not as tender and juicy as the Applegate ones are. Two, there was like, I don't know how to explain it. You might understand if you're a chicken nugget connoisseur like I am. There was just like that cheap lunch, school lunch chicken nuggety feel to it when I tasted it. The taste was giving me like school lunch vibes. Like, because you know what else this reminds me of? This kind of reminds me of the nuggets that you get in the Lunchables. And listen, like I said before, there's not a nugget that I've met that I truly just hated and didn't like. So let's dip it in some ketchup, because that's what I do with the Lunchable ones. So the ketchup helped with the dryness a little bit, but I'm telling you, I'm assuming the Lunchable nuggets are not gluten free. So if someone out there doesn't care about eating gluten, or I just go off the wall one day, get one of those Lunchable nuggets and get one of these nuggets and eat them together. I bet you they taste about the same. I'm feeling these are cooked, and I've never had those Lunchable nuggets cooked. So these do taste better, but it might only because they're cooked. They're not the worst gluten-free nugget I've had. I've had like really dry ones, or ones where the breading just really sucked. The breading, well, the breading might be giving that flavor taste. I don't know. I think it's the nugget though itself. But honestly, I'm gonna give a rating in a minute. All right, with the barbecue sauce. All right, so where are we at, Walmart? What are we working with? You tried, you didn't fail, but you didn't succeed. Let's go 1 out of 5. If we're talking about gluten free, 1 out of 5, you can get maybe a 3. Like I would consider, I would consider the Applegate a 5. The Purdue one is kind of like a 4.5, but it's also a change from the Applegate one, which makes it almost a 5 in itself. This is definitely a step or two below those, but there's not much option. And I'll tell you, if you have kids that can't eat the gluten, they won't care. They'll eat this and they won't care. If you just want some cheap nuggets in the house and you don't want to spend the extra $5 for like that 5-star nugget, this will get by too. The kids though, you could save some money feeding this to the kids, but the adults are gonna know, especially if they're already used to regular nuggets, like, you know. So that brings us to the regular scale, which is like if we were to include, you know, any nugget that you could buy. It's not a 0 because there's way worse. I would probably give it like a 1 or a 1.5 or maybe a 2. I'll give it a 2. If we're talking about like Wendy's is a 5, McDonald's is a 4, some type of scale like that, these could get like a 1.5 or a 2. Walmart, still, nobody has reviewed these on your website, and you came out with all this gluten-free stuff under this brand. So, you know, let's hook it up. Send me some more. I bought these. Send me some stuff, and I'll review it. And, you know, let's just get a tot in here real quick. Thank goodness that potatoes are gluten-free, and there's no alternative to that. But yeah, you've been warned. And the warning is, if you want to spend a little more money, there's definitely better gluten-free nuggets out there. For the same price or around that price, there's definitely worse ones out there. And if you're not that picky and you just want to save a few bucks, these will get you by. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Walmart, if you're watching, send me some stuff and I'll review it. I will not guarantee that I'll get any better review. I don't think this review is bad. I think it's just honest, and you know, Walmart's at least offering some type of alternative to what is already out there, which isn't that much and isn't that good. So why not offer an alternative? But guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe and like, all that cool stuff, and I'll see you next time.